I was just speaking on EarthCam, and then I thought to make a video. Um, you can jump in anytime you want to. It's an open invitation. I'm currently at work on a plan that will continue with or without you. Meaning, it is an open invitation. Jump in anytime you want to. And I'm working on a plan for presentation because it is my duty. DEWETEYEID. It is my duty to make this presentation at the very least because I'm not a tyrant, and neither am I here for you to hijack my back, okay? Defend. To drop kick my value as you please the ass you are red, okay? Pleasure, red, debt again. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to be drop kicked with your value that you can't replace when you get rid of me, okay? You're jealous because you didn't do this work and you don't honestly deserve the head, okay? What else? You weren't thinking in the round, okay? I'm not deficient in knowing what to prioritize with bare thread, close to the bone necessity, because I've lived that way all my life. And you pushing me into more closer to the bone living is not satisfying. It's not satisfying on my end when I contemplate and when I think about it, okay? So I'm going to make this presentation, so I don't have a grudge for your fucking asked, all right? And then see what you can do with it, because it's not my problem ever again. Now, the thing is that I'm not a tyrant, so I'm going to make this presentation. Again, jump in anytime you want to. I'm not pushing anyone away from associating, or if you've got an idea how you want to connect and contribute, go for it, okay? I have to make the presentation, so I'm not a tyrant. It's my duty. I was here, I made the value, and you either want it or you don't, okay? And then that is your effing problem, okay? And then you understand why you are a complainer, because that's all you want to be, okay, in life. Additionally, that's all you want your friends to be, okay? To be a stubby hubby, okay? It's what you want your love life to be. That's what you want your family members to be. Icky and nasty, okay? Because that's all you ever offered Toft. Rich, okay? You're ick. Edict. Addict. Defend, okay? Debt again. There's something else I wanted to, yes, I have free reign to keep marking on you, and there's nothing you can do except to take it, okay? So I will make this offering, and you can do what you want to do with it, but I will illustrate I'm not a tyrant, and, you are actually for demanding fit. Demanding to fit stupid, to get rich, to get fit, okay? Oh my fucking God, ego God. Your Lord is always red, okay? Passed a church today, and I was thinking, You know, it really doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me because the people in the church are paying and praying for you to give it an aggro red, okay? Wed red, okay? They're telling you to give it to the ag that condones war. What the fuck? Jesus? Don't think so, okay? And who are they telling it to? They're telling it to you as a woman to be stupid through read and wed the dude that is red and do her red again, okay? You've only ever made a fictional story on a fictional hair, the rabbit, and hair, the thread of your warp and weft of fabric and military, okay? Fictional. It's all fictional. No one ever had the courage to be present, preaching client, okay? And you're all making a third person up that's virtuous, but you're not. And while, W-I-L-E, you're not either, okay? Jesus fuck. I'll put it to you this way. You don't have the courage to be the heir unless I have the courage right here, okay, to provide for that value. So my assessment is Sharon didn't do this work, but she had great sex with Rich, okay, and she doesn't want to give that up, and she wants it to be real love, okay? Also, hedging and wedging. She's making up a condition to look feasible as to why she's stalling, okay? Honestly, I'm over it. I don't care, but I put it out there because I know what's going on, and I may as well put it out there, okay? I don't care. She's a Pisces. All three of us, I believe, have Pisces and Saturn, and it's in retrograde, so it's reversed. Pisces are known to be they prefer to be non-confrontational. They're not really brave or courageous, okay, in that sense, okay? And like I said, she only has the courage to be the heir if I present the value here, okay? That's, at this point, neither here nor there, okay? I can look in on their emotions when I want to or not. But for me, what is a value is who's present to work with, okay? That's who we're going to work with. That's who we're going to value, okay, to create this as a physicality. Me, one eye, ID, as a gesture. Okay, so when you're working with the physicality of money, you're working with a gesture, okay, in which you guess the estate and state tend and end, okay? In the lot, it's thievend, Dow, and sow with war, wed, okay? And you've got two people, I call the coup, C-O-U-P -D-G-. They pled and legged, okay? Ego God on the same dole, okay? Where it's two characters that are red, debt again, okay? You're not going to produce value or an heir out of that hand job. Hand job and D-O-B. And disc jockey, H-A-N-D parentheses J your jaw, which looks like a hook, O-B-. You're not producing any innocence that's sustainable among the Jew and the do. And the DG, DeGratio, thank God. D-G-E-W-E- R-E-D-, Jewer and doer. Gewgaw, Gew, is a show a worthless thing. GAW, guaranteed annual wage. None of you have a real job for the want toff it. Okay? That he had doff it. Okay? Took off your hi-hat, spoke your value because you paid it and laid it. Well, I'm also sensing Rich is insecure in that also. Like I said, I'm not going to fiddle-faddle with them, although I've got like an 8-year history of communicating one way with them online. I'm not going to fiddle-faddle with that because it doesn't lead anywhere, okay? The ups and downs of that, I sense, are two people competing with each other. I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. But when they finally get to bottom line, it's like, well, I'm too afraid. No, I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid. No, I'm too afraid. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Your emotions don't count unless you're here. Okay? Put me out on a limb because I cared. Oh my fucking God. Neither of you did this work, okay? So I'm not going to work with you. I'm not planning on working with Rich and Sharon or his sister Sue, okay? I'm not planning on it. Hold on. I didn't start the video. Let me check this. I'm working. Too many computers going right now. That one's going. Okay. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? Yeah, you didn't see that coming. So I was speaking on EarthCam, thought I had the video going, but I didn't. Using the mouse and the for this computer, but this laptop requires a finger. So I'll say it again. I can check in on Rich and Sharon's emotions, but I'm saying it's not here nor there. I have 8 years of communicating with them one way where I cared and they leave me on a limb, okay? And I don't care now. What I do care about is reality, who's present, willing and wanting. I'm not going to fiddle-faddle with their potential because after 8 years, this is what I get from it. There's competition. The ups and downs are competition. I'm not the thief. Well, I'm not the thief. I'm not the thief. Well, I'm not the thief. And then it bottoms out to, I'm too afraid. Well, I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid. Well, I'm too afraid. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with you. I tried to split the hairs in terms of, well, let's all start together. Nope, no takers. No one's willing. So to me, the hedging, the wedge and hedging, to come up with a feasible byline, like this is why we stalled. They don't really have a value to contribute, honestly, okay? And I'm not here to pursue that as a value of my time. I don't care, for the most part. Let me put it this way. I don't want to care, okay? Be present, or, you know, I don't want to care. And yes, what they didn't see coming, which I spoke when I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I said I was not planning on working with Rich or Sharon or their sister Sue. Okay? Again, it's going to be one-on-one, and you're going to be dealing with me, okay? You're going to be working with me, and you're going to be relating with me. And I suggest, guest, and jest, that you will like it. and get over your insecurity and start thinking in terms of someone that has the right to be here for just being, okay? And get off my back. Hyphenated. Get off my back. Like I said, I have free reign to mark on you relentlessly, and you just have to take it. There's nothing you can do unless I provide a way for you in follow through with you know who, okay? And I don't need to hear your facetious byline of why you did what you did, okay? But I would temper your approach if you did something to penalize me for no reason thiefing. I'd temper your approach. I want to be the first in line, okay? Because I don't value you for being a jackass. Blatantly, okay? Give me the more tempered ones, okay? Okay, I'm joking, I hope. Jesus. Did it again. Hold on. When I first contacted Rich, it was, I didn't know he was married, and he didn't answer back, and I'm like, well, that's so weird. I contacted him for business, and he's not getting back to me, so I tried several normal attempts, and then I, started to figure out a way to interpret. And it seems to be the reflection seems to be telling and real, so I followed it and developed skills based on that, okay? I think on their end, they wanted to illustrate that I was contacting them through spirit, through ether, and that's kind of cool, I guess. Meaning, I'm trying to see it from their point of view. Well, we're going to show everyone this is real, but you're not showing me that you are real, okay? And so it's not really cool. It's kind of cruel, okay, to use me as your pinup doll, okay? But you use Jesus that way too, okay? Pin him up and not relate, actually, to date, ever. What else? I think their ego is in the wrong place. They were concerned with their image, and they were thinking of you, okay? And at this point, I'm indifferent to their gesture. I'm not interested. And there was a time not too long ago that I felt pushed in to ask for the hand of the person I was apparently communicating with, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to ask for that hand. I'm going to do this on my own. And with anyone else, one-on-one, that wants to. this is the point. Rich in his actions has already chose who he's going to be with. It's who he's with, okay? I'm not going to sit here and play this out anymore for Shim, okay? So I lost interest. Oh, I didn't say. Okay, so in the beginning when I contacted him and then I realized like, wow, I get, then I developed this language and you can see how I organically developed it on Primo. www.preem, I'm pretty sure it's a zero.com. The even language developed organically, and then I had free reign to write on him, I discovered. And it got me off, okay? Meaning, in a way, I understand how a man feels writing with your language, thief end. You have free reign, okay, to make up anything you want, because in the end, it's going to do with you, dude, okay? Dead ass nude. Okay, dead again, hyphenated, So I know how it kind of gives you the libido, all right? I would say that, 8 years later, I'm past libido projection, okay? I thought he provided me the value. He provided me like the value. I'm still the value maker. I had a virtual experience. It was difficult to describe the feelings of breaking up with a virtual boyfriend. Oh my fuck. That you've never actually met. And who may be dead. I don't know. Okay? Oh, Jesus. Right, we've all got a tale to tell, right? I'm not enamored with the idea of meeting him, okay? I'm not enamored with the idea of doing business with him. I'm not enamored in dating him. I'm utterly, at best, indifferent. That's what the process has given me. With that indifference is an opportunity then to take myself, my value, my creation, and go for reward, okay? By myself, with anyone else that wants to do that as well. I'm not competing with you. I never was. At the very least now, I'm completing with myself. And you can only give others what you are, okay? And my intention is to be happy as a value, to value. To work that value honestly, okay? In follow through, one-on-one. You get to wear your value here that you want to make and wear and give, okay? You don't have that in the marketplace, thief end. And I know that. Briefly, if you want to, I could, what I've been working on. I'll run through my process, first blush. I was thinking of using Patreon, Patreon.com. I was thinking of using Patreon for the convenience of a monthly fee for a service value reward that you get. And I was thinking $100 a month. And for $100 a month, and Patreon runs the invoicing. So you pick the day each month. What you will get, well, you get to reward yourself for being GT, Guilt, Gran Turismo. They're here, AD. The Patreon platform will serve as a nexus to connect, to lay out your well thought out plans for what you would like to do, have with our storehouse associations, of the heathen enemy and me one eye. So I have presented heaven with the enemy and me one eye. You'll see that in the language. I don't know if I could have you here. My computer. There. Oh my god, I don't know if that's gonna work. Anyway, that's what I'm working on. You're putting the money and the enemy and the heathen on the same timeline. Okay, so there really should be no enemy when you know who you get to deal with. It's speaking for do with you. ID, okay? Det ass Noel, 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 okay? You get to speak on the tool do ofd, det ass Noel, okay? Noel weld, the head, okay? DG, de gratio, do of, go ofd, goved, okay? EID, okay? What the platform gives you that. You get to lay out your plans for what you would like with the income. The income is going to be transparent. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Living expenses and for the storehouse. Storehouse is going to have product, services, news agency, and fulfillment and delivery service, okay? So we're going to work in a cycle, a loop, according to supply and demand, and we're going to expand that as needed. And we're not going to use USPS as much as possible, okay? Now, any job that you want, or something you want, oh my fuck, this goddamn ad, Jesus fuck. Okay. Can't keep the ads off this goddamn Mac. Oh my Jesus. Okay, so the job that you want, the desire you want for a product or services, consider also doing that job, okay? You want, I'm not going to use my imagination too much here, but in the faculty of what I have to work with, www.fxf.is is meant to be a news agency, my news agency, and to serve patrons. You can have a news agency too, okay? You can be a journalist, a reporter, you can be a graphic designer using the even signature language, but we keep it in a cycle, okay? Of people that want to be present, prescient, client, to bask, task, and bask. Are you screwed and skewed? EWEID? Debt tooth had do with you? EID? Debit through? HRUEWEID? Okay? Now use your imagination. It changes the dynamic of expectation, anticipation, fulfillment. In a way, it gives you back your youth. Youth. Yeweth. Okay? Time for completion and hydrogen for completion even. Okay? It gives you back your youth. You get off the grind. Grind the rind and the hind. Okay? Dat thiefend is your only way to survive, okay? As a red dude, okay? And do it through you were red, debt too. Okay. Let's see, what else? The platform, the Patreon platform for $100 a month provides you the opportunity to generate, solicit your products, services, and ideas, okay? With the incoming money from your patronage, then I'm going to work with you to fulfill those ideas according to what's wanted, supply and demand, okay? Then it gets all shipped to the storehouse and distributed, okay? I will be working on the first prototype of the first storehouse, and part of my news will be documenting the process and progress of the project on Patreon, and then also this storehouse fixture, and how I decide how to sort parcels so they can be delivered, okay? Etc. And should there be so much supply and demand, then we're going to need jobs, okay? And etc. And as we expand, we'll need a storehouse, a town over, a city over, a state over, okay? The money you put in, $100 a month, at the very least on Patreon, you get 10% back in even money, okay? And that's going to be TBA, to be announced, okay? With the possibility of design in laser cut silk as a physical gesture to work with, or could be metal, it could be wood, it could be cyber, it could be any of those things, and the value's interchangeable, okay? Eventually, should we use any 1, 2, 3, 4 plus of those? But you get 10% back. You're going to watch realistically how we grow a value. And I can't make more of a difference. You can't expect more of a difference than you put in over time, okay? So we're not looking for whimsy, okay? All right? Because that's not going to grow anything of value to value. Need I say, amor? Okay. More love to restore. And storied, add, am, O-R-H-E-A-D. R-H, right hand. Among other things. Right hand debt, tool lend. The tool is language. You know who you're talking to when you step on this language, okay? When you use it. And what else? So when you put forth ideas that you would like to work on or ideate, get feedback, troubleshooting, brain angling, my prime concern, my prime angle is for support is support and fulfillment is that it's good sound ecology. I tend to like to not just push any shit out there, okay? You know, put a high tech top down design flashy design on it. Show your fucking breasts and crack and all over the place. Look up like you're Tammy Faye. Oh my god, I can't believe the women look like Tammy Faye with Botox. I'm like, you bitches don't look right, okay? I walk down the street and do this. This is what I do for a living. You've seen it before. Okay, come on. Let's be legit before we're made up. Okay? Can you do legit first before you're made up? I beg you. You showy worthless thing. I beg you. Okay? You, ego, go odd, Jude and dude. Okay? Do legit first. Before you think you're creative on the foundation. Okay. So for instance, I was thinking, for a while I was thinking I wanted to make silk clothing, but then I investigated it. I think silk for me is also the beam SIL, S-I-L, is the beam under the water, under the ocean, ledge, and so I think of it as the emotions. And I think silk should be made as needed. I also have been studying different ways to color silk, paint or dye. I'm not into the toxic chemical process. You can use resist, Gouda, beeswax. You gotta be careful. Beeswax at certain temperature is also toxic. So when you present a product you want, I will be brain angling it to make sure it has good sound ecology, both for process and product. And if you want to use beeswax, well, there's someone on the other end that has to deal with it. To get it out, you have to take it to a dry cleaner, and not all dry cleaners will use it anymore because it's toxic for them, and it gums up their machines, okay? So, changing times, new innovative opportunities, okay? New initiative, new sound desires. Again, mostly, really, opportunity, I think as a value to value, and really keep looking at it in terms of how can I make this, dial this in to a tighter resolve and hit the target, okay? To produce the best value. I tend to do that before I just make any shit and put it out there to tower red, okay? Dead again. I ask myself what's needed, what's wanted, okay? And I'm not trying to be a buzzkill. But people that see me as a buzzkill haven't paid their way by thinking to date and honestly relate, okay? You're like in fantasy la la land, okay? While you hand me what should actually be your rightful lack of sustainability to super and supper seed, okay? What else? Um, on the dark end of that, the heavy end of that, the light end, okay? So I do want to help you with products, okay? I'm not really into cheesy stuff, you know? Want a t-shirt? Let's do a t-shirt, okay? Let's know the cost of organic cotton versus cotton that's not organic, that uses a lot of chemicals, that pesticides that go into our water, you know? Things like that. Let's make an awesome t-shirt. Do you really need a gazillion? Okay. I actually feel bad that when I buy clothes, that I don't wear them out, okay? There's a pair of shoes that I actually wore out. I'm like, oh my God, I wore a pair of shoes out. You know, the rubber heel had detached from the leather top and it was flapping and then just, broke off. And I'm like, wow, I did it. I wore something out. All right. What else? You get to think in terms of service too, had to do with you. So you don't have to be self-deprecating and whimsical as a charming reflex to get by, and B-U-Y-E, to buy. B-U-Y-E hyphen I-D hyphen, okay? So the Patreon platform, $100 a month, will serve as your news articles. You can put a link there. You can put the article there. You can, if you've got a website or blog, link to that. News agency like myself can pick that up. Other people can. They could, tweet it, whatever. You can move it around on the internet, on your social platforms. So you can put your news articles there. You can put your personals, chat room, advertisements, okay? I haven't decided to, so if you're going to do a news agency, I haven't decided if the advertisement will be extra or will be nominal, but I do like the idea of, if you want an advertisement for you, for your value, for your online business, for, that we use those advertisements. We're working value to value, okay? And as far as I can see, it's your only avenue with Way. W-H-E-Y-E-I-D, okay? E-I-D, the oath and the feast. It had to do with you, E-I-D, okay? So you need to get off the gun for your income. Because all you have otherwise, if you stay on the gun for your income, is lust. You call love, but you didn't think even vent through, okay? You didn't think it through. So your naivety is not innocent, and you're forcing others to marry doth, stupid, to get toft, rich, vend, okay? Dead again. And it's not nice, and it never was nice or polite. Let's see. So you get to give yourself a job. For $100 a month, you get 10% back, even money. You get to give yourself a job. You can work that job as much as you want to. Okay? You get a real job, an RHEAL. HDJOB. You're no longer naive. You know what you're getting into. Unlike the thief end marketplace that leads you song and dong, thief end, you don't necessarily know what you're getting into until you discover that there's no avenue to tower where here, AD. Okay? And the people that are making money is because they crave stupid as their value. Making a lot of money is because you crave stupid as your value. What else? So you're going to use the designer language, send your letters, mail service, our products you're going to buy into. There's going to be accountability, so I'll be transparent with both my living expense and in the storehouse and what we're doing with that money. Also, you have an accountability using the bank seed at Yahoo, BANKSEAD at yahoo.com. Use that email as a habit and your accountability for any money you put in. Whether you buy anything like an XO with reuse and recycle marks bag, or anything, or the $100 a month fee at Patreon, send an email to yourself and CC carbon copy at bankseed at yahoo.com. So it's a way to have accounting. If you invoice, send it to yourself, bank seed, and the other person. You could put in the subject line, invoice for blah, 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 okay? It forms a habit, and it's accountability with yourself to be on the ledger, okay? Treat this as a value, to value, okay? Know what your me one eye is doing. You give yourself the job that you want, and that could be a number of jobs, okay, within the framework and fretwork. And any money you put tin in hand, okay, you'll get the 10% back, okay? And this is our transmutation process. I'm not here to produce fantasy that you care as you carry red, okay, debt again, and come up with miracles that never happened. RHAPPEND. The right hand was never raped, okay? Let's see. What else? I haven't put in my notes yet, but here on the computer, in this process of transmutation, you can go to work and know that you're giving law with weight over here, okay? So now you don't have a reason to be a beggar, all right? Nor a complainer, okay? You're reworking your own karma, okay? To be clear. What you have in the marketplace right now is bank T's asked, stead the head, okay? Or C ad, okay? NK, natural killer. BAN hyphen K hyphen TEAS. Maybe I could just show you. I'm trying. Oh my. I don't even know if that comes up the right way. Meaning, is it reversed? Here's my notes. I scroll. Yeah. Church not working for me, telling you to P hyphen R hyphen A hyphen YE hyphen RE hyphen D. Payer red, prayer and payer red. Again. What the fuck are you talking about? It's all in the gullibility of a female. That you love the third person, Jesus Christ, that you are not. and will not have. Oh my God. Amazing. Okay. Dab abroad. Okay. D hyphen A hyphen B hyphen RO hyphen AD hyphen. Nothing that you say, pay, and pray or read makes a difference. Heavend, head and hand. Okay? When it's all on thieves, for thieves, and by thieves. Okay? To make you believe. BE hyphen LIE hyphen F hyphen T. Leaf, LIEF is to gad about, to be happy. In a silly sort of way, okay? Your bed has only been laid, okay? As paid, played, and plaid. What you rise for, you stand, okay? Who was that? Artist who did the cubes, the cross, and I can't think of his name right now. I think it starts with an M. Try and look it up. Shit. It's only because I want to know the name. I'm not finding it. Shit. It's French. You know I'll find it when I don't want it. Mondrian. That's it. Mondrian. Piet Mondrian. Dutch painter. Sorry, I thought he was French. Huh, interesting. Dutch is also, when you go Dutch, is you pay half, I pay half. But he did these compositions of lines intersecting and then putting different colors in the cubes, and it was all based, it looks very It's a line drawing. Is that art? But he was using it to resemble symbolically that anything of relative importance happens when you rise and stand, okay, and cross. Dutch. What else? Top, church, etu, tup, pate, and prate. Prate the hand and berate, e-vein, okay? That's so nasty. Oh, he's working on new titles. I don't know if you can see. Read my scrawl. Enrich, Inri, I-N-R-I. That was on your Christ cross. C-H, Companion of Honor, Clearinghouse. The throat, to tote at. And Angela, angel, as angels. Angels as an ass. Okay? What else? You know what's in? Okay, so that's where I am. I'm thinking we'll go Patreon. $100 a month. I'll probably put a tab on there for Minnow, for those that were very concerned about his well-being. You could pay like $10 a month to see him shinshine the hind. What else? All right, let's see. Yeah, okay, I thought Patreon would be convenient. That's why I'm using it. That's why I'm intending to use it. Yahoo stores a lot of, terabytes of information, so that's also convenient to use for your accounting. You have a reference, and I can look it up if you need me to. What else? You get to start cutting your teeth, okay? With my value as a reference, and you get to do it on your own if you want to, okay? Or together, or whatever. What else? I think respectfully and respectively, then, emotionally, we're right where we need to be. My intention is to stand on my own and to stand with people that have their own backbone as well, okay? So I think we've worked through insecurity in relating and, insecurity in terms of, I can't do it on my own, One of the things that I see happening and you should start to envision this, is when this starts, you're going to cause a split. It's going to divest from interest, okay? Because this framework and fretwork provides a parallax, one eye to two eye. You can see vision and distance, and it's just going to be more amplified. So that's why I want one docking place, okay, like in Patron, okay? You're free to ramble outside of that, okay? As far as I'm concerned, I am concerned though that, you know, look, you need to cut your teeth, and you may have people to deal with, okay? That's why I am cognizant to have a docking place. This is so that when you enter it, you know we're value to value. We're here to contribute respectfully and respectively, okay? By being relevant, okay? Got a good idea? Awesome. How was your day? Oh, well, you know what? What about, you know, trying this, or getting over your fears? You might like yourself better. And that way you don't have to lash out at other people when you're not really even going to step up. What the fuck? Oh my God. You don't have to lash out at other people that aren't afraid because they work very hard on extending themselves beyond their fears. If you bully dish-ite it on me and you want to fill in the gaps for me to understand, okay, I'm open to that. I might have a question mark as to why you just didn't come to me directly with what you thought was my problem with you. Because I am a very conscientious communicator. So I don't get this. Oh, her back's turned. I'm kind of like, I don't think that's necessary. Seriously. Can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of it. In all honesty, I'd really like to leave the past asked behind, okay? Past and past and asked, okay? I'd like to leave that behind, malfeasantly. Leave that stuff behind. Let's get on the line with people that want to relate with each other honestly, okay? And you're bringing your own backbone, tone and bone, okay? Trial balance. Because we've got real work to do and a real life to live. And we will divest. Okay, this process, starting it, biting the apple, appeal, APPEALE, language engineering, L, love, E, every yet thing, tin, in the hinge, okay? Yeah, you can send it around the world. WORLD. You know, with today's technology. What else? And you can pull the teeth right out of USPS as well, okay? And other defunct organizations that just keep kicking the shit around, never teaching and beach the chin in, the hand and the ching, cha-ching, okay? Have false hierarchies, have pyramids of the big shit up here branching off to these two stinky piles of shit, and then these two stinky piles of shitheads also have vectors underneath them of smaller shits, okay? And that's your pyramid of work. Work for the big shit next to the two stinky polyps of bully dish I it, have little dishes of shit, secret Terrys, hyphenated, who dish this shit. Nice to meet you. I'll shake your hee-haw hand. What else? Yeah, we need to divest. I'm not so happy when I have to keep dealing with this, okay? And work against time, okay? Twice. Okay. You know, I have to make a living among Jew and do, okay? Jewer and doer, okay? Who gets upset, up hyphen, up hyphen, s hyphen, et hyphen, set and pet, okay? Et is and, et. Toft again, okay? Because you don't think I'm nice? To ass sliced, the lice. You know, lice lay the egg, example, on your hair. They knit it into the knit is in your hair next to the scalp. And as a meta, where everything in this world is in a cycle, like for a reason, you know, like this eats this eats that, this eats that, and it's in a chain and a cycle, but nothing eats the lice. And you put your thank God lice on other people's head, okay? So they believe in your third person too, that you would, but you don't, okay? And I know you don't. And anyone else can see that as well. You live for lice because it suits you. With woo hyphen D. Would die ye. And buy ye. And job be buy ye. ID hyphenated. Gotta get off this. I keep trying to get off it, and the more I think about it, it's like, fuck. Alright. So, I'm working on Patreon again. I'm gonna stop this video. Ready? Oh. Part of the news, part of the progress, as we branch out, maybe then we have 2 storehouses, well, then you need someone, I would imagine, to document the process there. What's working? What were the downfalls? What trying to draw on EST. Long time ago, my sister and I graduated from college. I was the first person in my family to graduate, and I went with my sister to San Francisco to an EST program, and it cost a lot of money for me. My sister and I were the youngest people there, and it was communication. Communication is a potent form of action, and contribution is who you are, and not all saying, not all sound is communication. Okay. I'm trying to remember the tenets. It was opportunity for possibility and opportunity. I met one of the teachers, a woman teacher, in the bathroom and had a private conversation with her, and somehow I sussed a limit of belief, meaning as one of the youngest people there, I sussed she had a limit to her belief. So thus I had a limit to her belief and the program's belief. Generically, I think it's due to it wasn't in the right frame. She can only do as well as her head, and the head is in the hierarchy, okay? Even if that hierarchy wants to do the right thing, it's not in the right frame to do it, okay? Frame and fame, amen. The megabyte, MB, be the end of the bed, okay? I still learned a lot, but I left feeling I'm missing something to really apply this with the people that are supposedly teaching it to me or representing the value. I didn't get it from, there's a person behind EST, and I don't know his name now. I'd have to look it up. Eastern Standard Time, no. Erhard, Werner Erhard, E-R-H-A-R-D. He wanted to he had outlined a way to end starvation for the world, but he got stumped at the government, okay? The government wouldn't work with his idea, okay? It's, it's like your new Green Deal, okay? If the righteous send donkey to have their back, you can't stand on donkey to go for reward with donkey, because donkey's not going to have it, because you made donkey. All right? So, I'm going to work on this, and hopefully we will have a good response soon. Opening. I was going to say, if I don't move the hand and the rand, okay, rand is the piece of leather you put under your heel to make the shoe level, okay, R-H-A-N-D. If I don't move the rand and the hand, this will never happen. So it's up to me to figure out how that's going to be, and this is how I'm choosing to do it. Gotta start somewhere. And it is not, and it never was, my F hyphen all hyphen T hyphen. Okay? That's why I have the motive to do what I do. Because I didn't give in. Okay? And I know my value, and I know I deserve it. Okay? I would think the wrong action was to use me for show. I think that was the wrong action to start with. Because now, with me forcing my hand to go for reward, it's showing that you didn't have the wherewithal. You didn't have the heart to begin with, okay? You didn't have the desire. If you had the desire, they were crossed vainly, okay? I feel ecstasy when I have sex with you, and therefore I want this to be love now that there's this third person in our life, and so we're going to back it up. And yes, surely I would have loved you, and I do love you, and we're going to just hold in there until the whole world sees it, but you're thinking of them, and you never were thinking of me, okay? It's a value to value. Thus, here I am with my own value, still. And I accept that. I'm not angry about it. I accept that. If you want to tell me the Q-UP-LE- provided for my value, I would question why you're bringing that up. You think I owe them something? Through you? Question mark? It was really tough in the beginning, especially when I found out he had a wife. And man, she had one pissy fucking attitude. Oh my God. And I really felt for Rich, too, because he was not in a happy place at all. But like I said, action is a choice, okay? He's made a choice. And I'm okay with that. And I'm not interested now in with what I thought was my projection on him. It was really my projection on my value and what I would do, okay? can see you sheep out there, you good sheep, are still feeling that the couple should get my hand. Nope. You didn't carry this value to fruition. You didn't engineer the way for it to be seen, to be reflected on, to be illustrated. And I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, your emotion for no reason thief end, forked and for no reason thief end is part of being a comp lice, okay? AC, alternate current, comp lice, okay? I see, CE, the common era, you don't see the common era, okay? So I get to serve as ag Jesus, G apostrophe S-U-S. Stand the hand that had do with you, okay? Hade, H-A-D-E, that is the mineral vein, the vertical mineral vein, okay? V-E-I-N, minor real. Minor real R-H, heal, okay? H-D, heal the head of the Lord, okay? Low, road, okay? Their value that you presuppose the couple had is solely mine. That's been sussed, brought out of me as my reflection because I believed it was their value. It's a value. I shouldn't check on their emotions because sometimes they baffle me or befuddle me. I'm kind of like, oh, you're happy about you fucking me over. Great. I do think well of you now. Okay. I think well of you now. It is my problem. I keep looking back on a value that hasn't been made for reward, and that includes me. Okay, all right, I'm really stopping right now. Here we go.